We hear these stories way too often of families going through their daily routine when they get the phone call that a loved one is missing. At first you think they will be back. They're taking a breather, or they are probably with their friends having a good time and have lost track of time. But when hours start to turn into days, fear overshadows their optimism and the dread sets in. It's not until you have experienced a family member or friend missing you really get to see the empathy in the world. All too often, if your loved one that is missing has a past history of drug use or a criminal record, it seems law enforcement and other government officials does not take the family's pleas seriously enough, and the feeling that they don't care. The public reaction and opinion is usually triggered and formed by the actions or the lack of it by law enforcement and especially the media. Trevor Boyd don't just have family. He has sisters and a brother and a mother that are desperate to find him. Trevor's a young man trying to find his way through this world. His path may not have always been on the straight and narrow, but the curves in a person's life is what builds their character and compassion. He deserves to be found, and his family deserves to know what happened that chilly morning in mid-November. This is Trevor's story through the eyes of strangers. On Monday morning, November 16th, 2020, Trevor Boyd parked his car at the Costa Vida restaurant parking lot in Evanston and caught a ride to his construction job site on Kelly Way in the Bridger Valley area near Fort Bridger, Wyoming. Later on that morning, while at the job site working, Trevor walked off the job and walked away without any explanation. It's actually been stated in a Facebook post that he left the site running and continued to run across the fields near the job site. He was last seen headed north towards Interstate 80. We have been unable to make contact with all of Trevor's family to clarify this information as being factual, but what we do know is the Evanston Police Department and the Uinta County Sheriff's Office have spoken to foremen and co-workers that was at the job site he left that morning, as well as family, friends, and known associates. But no one has a clue to what happened and where he went that morning. The family was told of a possible sighting and do feel it's a good possibility that it was Trevor. It was stated that on Monday, the 16th, between 11 a.m. and 12 o'clock p.m., Trevor, or someone that looks a lot like Trevor, was seen walking towards the I-80 entrance near the underpass heading for Evanston. This man had his hood up and hands in his pockets. The people that saw him walking that day thought little of it until they found out about Trevor missing. Extensive searches have been performed by the family and law enforcement. The family was told last week by the officials that they found nothing in their search with the cadaver dogs and search and rescue. Trevor is dearly loved by his family, and they have been searching for him diligently and tirelessly, but still have not been successful in locating him. The family feels he may have been trying to get back to Evanston to get to his car, but unfortunately didn't make it that far. He also has not been back to his home to get any of his belongings. His phone has been off since 11:30 a.m. the same day of his disappearance. It pinged in the same area of his job site. His bank accounts has not been accessed, and as of November 29th, a paycheck he received from his employer on November 13th has not been cashed. It's been reported in several different media articles that Trevor had been known to be suicidal in the past. How he was feeling that day, only Trevor knows. The complainant said Trevor was bipolar, schizophrenic, and does not have his medicines with him. A post made by a family member on social media corrected this information by saying this was not true. It stated, he is not schizophrenic, but did suffer from bipolar with manic mood swings and depression. He did not have his medication with him the day of his disappearance. His car is at his sister's house now, but without Trevor. His family has posted that he was doing so well for himself. He had a good job and had recently purchased a car and was working towards getting a place of his own, but now, tragically, his plans have been changed for some unknown reason. What would make a 28-year-old man just up and run off a job site through the fields, then possibly into the interstate? Could melancholy cause this kind of actions? It has been stated he is on probation, but has not had any problems with his probation at all. Was there some kind of altercation on the job site that morning? Did he try to hitchhike the 30 miles back to his car, but met with foul play? These answers are unclear because we don't know what was driving him to leave the job site that morning. There has been no indication of this kind of behavior before, so his actions really don't make any sense, even if he had some minor mental health issues and in need of medication. What matters is him being found. He has so many people that care for him and love him. Trevor Boyd is a 28-year-old male. He's 5'8", weighs 180 pounds at the time of his disappearance. He has brown hair and hazel eyes. Trevor has a white patch of hair on the left side of his beard, and it is very distinctive. He was last seen wearing a black zip-up coat, Levi's, and a black beanie. He was wearing white and gray, red DC shoes. Trevor had many tattoos, a Wyoming Bronco rider with 09 in the middle, located on the outside of his right forearm, skulls and roses on his right arm, Vulcan sign on his left wrist, anarchy sign on his right shoulder, plus random tattoos like 69, 420, and MRP. He also has memorial tattoo on his right arm. On the day Trevor disappeared, he left with the clothes on his back, car keys, wallet, and possibly a cell phone. Anyone with information regarding Trevor's whereabouts is asked to contact the Evanston Police Department, Sergeant Sean Stahl at 307-783-6400 or 307-679-2063, or you can contact Sergeant Brooke Hale with the Uinta County Sheriff's Office at 307-783-1000 or 307-780-7225. You can also call 911. There is a $1,000 reward offered for information of his whereabouts. If anyone has information about Trevor, you can submit a tip to them anonymously. The administrators of the Missing Truth are sending prayers and positive energy to Trevor and his family. We bid you peace on your journey to finding him. For further updates on Trevor's case, subscribe to the Missing Truth to receive notifications. Like us and leave us a comment. Like us on our Facebook page and join us in our private Facebook group. If you have a friend or family member that is missing and you feel they need more exposure, please contact us by email or go to our Facebook page and send us a message. Always remember, some sort of truth remains in a lie. Have a good night.